Hey everybody, it's Kelly at Don't Run with Scissors. Let me put my glasses up for the glare on the computer screen. Um, it's again Kelly. It's me at Don't Run with Scissors. It is my little channel here on flosstube or flosstube on the YouTube. How does it go? Doesn't matter. Anyways, it's Monday evening. I'm filming late. I have been sick, and this is the first time I've had some energy to make this happen. You can tell because I have not stitched a ton of stuff, but I'm trying. I'm still waiting on my test results. They have tested me again for COVID, influenza A and B, and strep throat. That was Friday night's fun. I got swabbed all over up my nose, down my throat. I don't think it's strep. My throat doesn't hurt bad enough for it to be strep. Right now I'm just mostly I have no energy. I'm very pukey feeling. And my lungs are a little raspy. So I have the nebulizer that has been going on. I have an antibiotic. I have Raglan to help control the feeling like I'm going to throw up all the time. Thankfully, my boss, which is me, is nice. I got up this morning and I went to a hearing on Zoom, which in some ways I really am liking. But in other ways it's just very weird. What could have been a 2-minute email from the judge, though, or his clerk, was a 45-minute Zoom call that I had to wake up early for in order to be dressed appropriately from the waist up, because I wore pajama pants on the bottom. Welcome to Practicing Law 101 in the COVID era. So always fun. Let's see. So yes, I'm an attorney here in Michigan. I'm just north of Detroit, not very far. So I do practice. Part of my caseload is in Wayne County, which is Detroit. I do Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb mostly. I go everywhere. Like really, I'm self-employed. I'm gonna go where they're gonna pay me. I mean, let's just be honest. Let's cut to the chase and call it what it is. It's capitalism at its finest. You pay me, I'll go. Except for right now. Because right now, until we get all the test results, my doctor has confined me to my house. And I'm actually not even supposed to be in the common areas where my children are. Not that my children are little. They're not. They're 20. They could have made dinner. They did not. Well, Bea made herself dinner, and then I made myself and the boy child dinner. And when I took it to him, he snapped at me. Because apparently he's playing French horn and he can't eat a chicken sandwich while he's playing French horn. Well, he's lucky I didn't snatch it back and feed it to my dogs who would have appreciated it. Just saying. I didn't appreciate the attitude. I have enough attitude of my own. I don't need anybody else's. So I'm a little cranky. Mostly I'm just exhausted. That said, this is my channel on flosstube, so let's talk about cross-stitching. Well, yeah, I didn't work on my knitting. I really do need to just finish the damn sock and then start the other one. I don't know why I haven't. I don't know why. No good reason. But here on my little channel, we talk about cross stitch, we talk about knitting, we talk about crochet, we talk about quilting, sewing. What else do we talk about? We talk about my Jeep, we talk about my dogs, my kids. We talk about coffee and tea. We talk about just about anything we want to, or that I want to, because, unless you want to talk about something, which I'd be happy to talk about whatever you want. If there's a subject you'd like me to talk about, just pop it below. while you're popping stuff below, make sure you sign in and hit the subscribe button. You don't ever have to watch me again if you don't like me, but what it does is it helps with the analytics on the video and other cross stitchers being suggested to you and stuff. And it just makes me happy. It's a little boost to my self-esteem. So, you know, again, hit the subscribe button. Okay, so I left you last week having just had a new president sworn in, which is phenomenal, and all of that craziness. And I explained to you about my steady thread cell. I have not really fixed it except for the fact that I've torn it basically all out. I, in return, have not had the energy, mental energy, to start stitching back on it. I am hoping to do that this week. We'll see. We'll see. It will happen. It's a beautiful salad. It's all, so I pick the garden layout, like I said, and it's each week is a flower, a blackwork flower. So that'll be really pretty. Let's see. The first of Barbara Anna's The Dreaming Girl. I think I got that title right. It could be wrong. The Barbara Anna sale. She started today. Her hair is beautiful. It's got like little Quaker stars and stuff in it. It's gorgeous. It's cute. Totally Barbara Anna, but so cute. That came out today. Guess what I didn't start? The Barbara Anna sale. Because I don't have my fabric cut and I didn't pull the flosses yet. And whatever. I'm tired. It's my defense. Let's see. Modern Folk Embroidery dropped its second part. Guess who hasn't started that one yet either? If you guessed me, you'd be right. I had the fabric cut. The Stitchotomy Winter Sale is in its last 2 days. The 14th part just dropped a couple hours ago. Guess who hasn't stitched that yet? Are you catching a theme here? Let's see what else. I don't remember. Oh, No Planet B. I think that part 2 dropped today. Guess who didn't stitch it yet? Magic Kingdom sale. Guess who didn't stitch it yet? Let's see. I could go through my pile. Oh, At the Beach. Parts 2, 3, 4, 5 have dropped now. Guess who hasn't stitched them? Don't judge me. Well, let's see what else is over in my little pile here of things. Oh, Urban Stitches After Dark sale. We've got now, I think we're up to part 5. Guess who hasn't stitched them? Let's see, what is this? Magic Kingdom. I already told you I haven't done that one. I was supposed to still make up the Pines and Needles one. Guess who hasn't started it yet? It's a Marshmallow World with Rolodex stitches. Love you, Carla. But yeah, guess who hasn't started that one? Are we catching on here? Are we catching the theme here? Let's see what else we got. Oh, the Pixel Stitch. Guess who hasn't started that one? But I cut my fabric. Okay, there we go with On the Beaches. Let's see what else is over here. Guess who hasn't finished Mitch McConnell and the Whale? Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Stronger Together. Start today. Guess who didn't start it? Serendipity, also by the Fat Quarter Shop. Guess who didn't start it? The Restart on 3 Small Words by Lizzie Kate that I'm doing with Janet Jabber. Guess who didn't restart it yet? We're not done. I told you I was going to do Harriet Tubman. because now it's Black History Month. Guess who hasn't started her yet? Again, don't judge. Don't judge. Let's see what else is in my pile here. I have a lot of fabric. Oh, that's the Modern Folk embroidery. We already talked about that. No Planet B. We talked about that too. Oh, the Martin Luther King Day sal or sampler that I wanted to stitch for Martin Luther King. Guess who hasn't started that one yet? Winter Quaker part 1. I think part 2 might, let's see. Part 2 is coming out. Guess who hasn't started that one yet? All my other Valentine's Day like stitches that I wanted to get done. No, not started. Let's see, what's this one? Funky Menagerie. Second one came out, second drop came out today. Guess who hasn't even started? No hard feelings. I just haven't gotten around to it. Oh, this is just extra Ada. Because in case I need to start something. Let's see, what's this one? Oh, just an extra piece of Ada sitting in my pile. The Galliana bookcase sale. Guess who hasn't started reading? Or stitching or reads? Yep. Linens and things. It's a beautiful sale. I actually really want to go back and do last year's too. I got my fabric. We're not stitching on it. It's just extra fabric. Let's see what else is down here. I have a bobbin of 415. That's not. Okay, so yeah, you remember my inauguration day sale, or my inauguration start? Guess who hasn't worked on it anymore? So now you're probably all wondering, what the hell is this woman going to talk about and show for stitching? Because clearly she doesn't stitch. I just buy a lot of sales and cut a lot of fabric out, but I clearly don't stitch, right? But I did. But I did. I really did stitch some things. And we're going to talk about those things right now. Okay, so I have 2 finishes. Actually, I have 4 finishes. Last Wednesday was, and 2 of my finishes to me are very important and very heartfelt. And I'm really proud of them. The other 2 are just fun ones that are going to be made up into things for Bean. So yeah, the stitching, so like the stitching I got done was good stitching. It just wasn't copious amounts of stitching. But again, I've been sleeping 20 hours a day. I think the least amount of sleep I've gotten lately is like 12 hours. I've not ridden my bike or anything. Seriously, it's weird. Okay. So last Wednesday was International Holocaust Remembrance Day. And Dana at Stitch Life put out an adorable pattern. And I had trouble getting my pattern to the pieces, the stitching to line up right. I don't know where my math kept getting messed up. I finally said, okay, I'm going to set this down and we're going to do it tomorrow. And so I finished this on Thursday. In the meantime, I had posted on my Facebook the picture of the piece that I'll show you in just one second. And a friend of mine who we met through triathlon, he's become he's honestly like one of my family. Like, honestly, I think of him like a big brother. He's an amazing guy. He lives in New York. So he messaged me and he said, instead of remember underneath, put it would be more powerful and carry more impact if you did never forget. I can make that happen. So I did. I said to him, I will rechart that. That's a good point. I appreciate learning from people in my life. And so I recharted it. And then lo and behold, the next day, it literally just came right together. It was amazing how, like, all of the issues I had had the day before with it and all the struggles, they were gone. So I posted it back to my Facebook page. And it has not been that long, when you think about it, that the Holocaust happened. And there are still survivors that are alive. And he wrote me. He said, I can't put this out on your page. And the only reason I'm repeating it is because you guys have no idea who it is. He's like, but my dad was a survivor. His story is very close, parallels Anne Frank, the diary of Anne Frank and what happened, only he survived. And my friend showed his dad even the piece that I posted. And they both agreed it was an amazing thing, and it meant a lot to them. So I need to come up with a really cool way to finish this, because I would like to send it to my friend and his dad. And then I will restitch it for my house. I can, it means more to me to have him know that we're never going to forget the atrocities that his dad has been through. So this is my piece. And it really is just a simple little thing. And it just goes to show, I do a lot of big pieces, as you all know. But sometimes the biggest impact comes from the littlest things. And you never know where you're going to impact and cause those like ripples of things happening. And so, yeah, so if anybody has a really cool way to finish that, I would really appreciate some help and some input, because like I said, that finish means a lot to me. And it will get sent to him and his dad. So that was from last Wednesday. And then today is February 1st, which starts Black History Month. And I was looking, I'm like, okay, I know I want to do the MLK sampler and Harriet Tubman, and I joke that I haven't started them. And I'm not necessarily full, like, I love both of those pieces, and they'll both get stitched. But it was one that I was like, something's missing. So I was on my Instagram feed this morning as I was trying to kind of wake up and check on all my messages from different places and stuff. And one of my friends from Instagram had posted that Black lives and Black history isn't just for a month. We should be celebrating those people, which, God, that sounds awful. That's not, I don't mean those people. We should be celebrating and embracing Black history and the impact that they have on our world every freaking day, 24/7, 365. That's not an unreasonable thing. And it is a shame that, realistically, okay, they get February. It's the shortest freaking month of the year. Like, we've got to do better. So they had wrote that, and I was like, yes, that's just it. That's what's been missing and bothering me. So I promptly, after poured myself some more coffee, because with coffee I can do a lot of things. Without coffee I don't do a whole lot, unless I have Diet Coke, which I also have here with me too. I'm a two-fisted drinker. So I got on my little wind stitch program, And then I got out my flosses that are hanging on my bulletin boards over here, and I did this. I don't know if you can see the colors. So they're all shades of brown. Because it's not just for a month. So those are my two big finishes. Two of my big finishes. My other finish was, so Jessie Marie called the other day, called the Whip Go numbers for February. And on that is, for me, it is the Heart and Hands Flamingo ornaments, that's a set of 3. And then Mother Vulva for a finish. Now Mother Vulva coming in from this month has got at least her face. She's not a really big piece, so that shouldn't be a problem. She's 125 by 125, so a good weekend and she should be done. So I started the ornaments, and when Bean was little, she used to tell me her favorite Arctic bird was a flamingo, and oh, I got this wrong. Her favorite Arctic bird is a penguin. So she has several penguin quilts and stuff that I've made her through the years and stuff. And her favorite tropical bird is a flamingo. And she's had many of flamingos, stuffed animals and stuff through her life. So I've got, she did not want the words underneath, which I appreciate because that's less to stitch. But that's 1 and 2 out of the 3. And then I have started, whoops, number 3. So I should have number 3 done in the next day or 2, depending on how fast I'm able to stitch and what else is going on. And then I'll be able to actually X out something on my Whip Go board, because last month we did not meet the goal yet. So we get to cross off that the number's been called, but I can't make the second cross mark because the projects aren't done. However, I did make some badass significant progress, and I'm pretty friggin' excited about it. So so we started I'm okay, again, I'm sick and I'm tired. Last month's numbers, if you recall, were, for me, Santa's Travels by Barbara Ann. It was a sale. It's been finished. You can buy the whole pattern. I had 3 boxes in, 3, maybe 4, just the outlines. I worked on it a little bit more. It's what I did also realize in that is I've shorted myself in this row 1 stitch up and down. That will affect my frame, but I can fix that. Like, I can fudge that. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, and the more that I work on it and the more I'm seeing it, the more I love it and the more I want to work on it. I had initially started this on a linen, and was just really struggling, and I finally said, you know what, no, enough. There is no reason we should stitch something that does not bring us joy. And it was not bringing me joy, and that's why it didn't get finished with the cell, because I wasn't doing too many cells last year, unlike now. And so, yeah. So for Whip Go, the plan is to have it finished. I'm kind of almost regretting not just stitching them and making them each individual ornaments. I really kind of think that would be more fun. It'd kind of be a lot less stitching because I wouldn't have to do the big border. So it may be in the future that I re-stitch them separately as little ornaments, but that's not going to happen now. Nope. Okay. So what I spent a majority of my time on. Let me back up a little bit. And can we just all love my sweatshirt that is older than my children? Because I bought it when I was in law school, before they were even around in utero. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's for you because, you know, we got to keep pulling the fabric up because that's the way it is. Okay. So, yes. So, I have got, does it go around? No. Okay, so 4 across here, I've got a frame in, finished there. And then essentially the top half, well, the top quarter of the periodic table grid is done. This was called last month for WIPCO. My goal for the year was to have the grid filled out and figured out. I love, like, it's almost at this point, it's almost mindless stitching. So when I'm too tired to count or too tired to figure out and follow a map or pattern, I pull out this. Or like when I'm in the car, I can stitch on this because as long as I can see the light, like the holes, I'm good to go now because everything's based off of the squares that are there. It's all like I've penciled in and marked out, and so my thought process for this next week is that I want to finish the third ornament, and then I need to make a flamingo biscornu for a dear friend of mine, and send that on her over to her with that dimensions kit that was in my whip parade that drives me batshit crazy, and I don't want to work on it even though I love the piece, and when it's finished it'll be adorable, but right now not so much. I want to get a couple more Valentine's things for the dough bowl tier tray tree done and like FFO'd. I have a few things in my brain that I need to get out. Hello, boy child who needs the ranch dressing, and you better not leave the ranch dressing in your room. I will find the ranch dressing in his room later, the bottle, because it's almost empty, so he'll be lazy. We'll bet. Want to make a bet? Right now, I kind of want to focus on me feeling better for the first and most highest priority thing. I'm going to work some more on beans, on the third flamingo, and on beans periodic table. I kind of want to cheat and fill in like that top square and stitch it just to see what it would look like filled in. I'm trying to reward myself because it's huge. And I want to, so as soon as those two are done, those two things are done, well, mostly as soon as the ornament is done, I do want to spend some time on my sales. I mean, clearly I signed up for more sales than I really probably should have, but I have this fear like I'm gonna like get left out of some great sale, and I don't want to be left out. I think it's dredging up childhood stuff when I got picked last for gym class. The irony now that I'm going for Iron Man. So yeah, but that's kind of what I want to do. I want to get the ornament done. That's top priority. That will, and then do the quick little biscornu because those don't take very long. And they're adorable. So that's kind of fun. I want to come up with a Maleficent one because I love Maleficent. She's my favorite villain ever. She's awesome. I have a few, like I said, I have a few design things in my brain. But yeah. that's where we're at. Mostly I'm going to be resting, and I have some paperwork to do for the office for clients, obviously. I have a few things that need to get filed. Mostly I just want to feel better. So, because I don't have like a whole lot of different other projects to show you, and I'm tired, so I'm probably going to head to bed. I didn't even get Bean started on her sale, which is really sad because I don't want her to get behind because I'm an idiot. But it's not like I can just say, oh yeah, start anywhere on it, because like it's another one of those damn styles where the designer started in the middle of the pattern, but not really in the middle. So annoying. So annoying. That ranks up there with the when the symbols are so close to each other, or like when you have them like this and then they're stuck next to each other. Dyslexia, people, dyslexia. So, but I am going to sign off. Wish you guys a great week. Hope that you are safe and healthy, and that you have enough. Today is also, just so you know, February 1st starts the 100-day project. So I am going to be doing, I've been kicking this around. Usually last year I did 100 days of things that nurtured my soul. Whether it was baking one day, whether it was crafting, whatever. I was doing 100 days of things that nurtured my soul. This year I want to start a new project, because why not? Just start another project. What the hell? I want to do 100 days of affirmations. So today's affirmation is, you are enough. You are enough. It's very simple, but when you really start thinking about it, there's a lot more to it. So without further ado, you are enough, and we will talk to each other later. Bye.